How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today we are talking about all of the extremely exciting new spoilers from the upcoming Gundam 00 starter deck as well as booster set 3. I think the new Gundam Exia is really powerful, and the new CB archetype that's kind of around it looks really strong. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into it. 00 is a series that I actually recently just started myself because it's one of the few alternate universe Gundam shows that I haven't seen yet. So I'm actually really liking it so far. So I'm really stoked to see all of these cards in action. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our overlay. And of course, if you like the video, hey, maybe like, comment, and subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. I gotta say it, YouTube's it's a cutthroat, it's a cutthroat business, but I just love card games. Anyway, let's do it. All right, so here we have the Gundam Exia. It is purple, as you can see, as a lot of folks guessed, just judging by the starter deck box art. It is a level 5 4-cost 4/4 with CB and GN drive new types. And it says, at the end of your turn, if there are 7 or more CB cards in your trash, choose one of your resources, set it as active, which is pretty interesting, kind of like a different flavor of a Soletta Mercury type effect, but also has this kind of like threshold style effect that some other purple cards had, like the Gundam X, for example. Threshold, by the way, is a term used in Magic the Gathering that you need 7 cards in your trash to get an effect. So anyway, when paired, not linked, place the top 2 cards of your deck into your trash. If you place a CB card with this effect, draw 1 card. I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm actually currently working on a deck tech for a Reanimator Gundam X deck right now, and this is a similar kind of flavor, right? You want to put cards in your trash, you want to get that threshold, that 7-card threshold, and it also rewards you for doing so, and rewards you for playing the CB cards, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, also of course it links with Setsuna, which makes sense if you know 00. I'm, like I said, just started 00. I'm only a few episodes in, so I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is that, man, I love the like the 2000s-ish era artwork on it, and yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. Anyway, I think this card's really good. It has built-in self-mill, it has built-in card draw, and like resource like management too. This card does a lot of stuff. For a starter deck LR, I think this is incredibly powerful and one of the strongest starter deck LRs we've seen since the first batch, right? So great. Let's see what Setsuna does. So Setsuna is a level 4 1-cost 2/1 pilot. Got great stats already. And then on attack, this unit gets +1 AP during this turn. So it actually is like a 3/1 pilot on attack, which is quite strong. And then if there are 7 or more CB cards in your trash, all of our CB units get another +1 AP instead. So that's for the whole turn. Yeah, this is really strong. So it is a board-wide CB +1 pump on a pilot, which is really good. I think Setsuna is quite powerful and obviously pairs really well with the Exia. What's interesting about both of these is they both care heavily about CB cards, right? Which is a trend that we saw with Gundam Set 2 with Dual Impact, and that's because, well, it feels like they're trying to gear a lot of strategies towards what I have been calling parasitic mechanics. And mechanics that means like, hey, you need to play all of these one type of cards or they really don't do much. And the decks kind of build themselves, and I think this really lends into that. So I said that these cards are really good, and I think they are very strong, but the actual competitive viability of these cards are going to be largely determined by if the other CB stuff is good. And it looks pretty good so far, I'll be honest. So great start for 00 and for 00 fans out there, and I'm gradually becoming a 00 fan. It's a really cool show so far. So I'm pretty stoked about the starter deck right off the bat. Exia is rad. All right, let's talk about some other stuff. So now we have some cards from Steel Requiem, the booster set. This is a really interesting new command card. So this is a level 6 1-cost red command card. Main or action, choose 1 pilot paired with an enemy unit that is level 5 or lower and destroy it. We now have pilot destruction absolutely fascinating. This is a level 6 card, so it's a mid to late game card. Let's be honest, late game at this point for the Gundam card game. But this is such a fascinating and interesting effect. I don't know how good of an effect this is. Actually, I think this could be incredibly good in certain circumstances, right? Because you can do this on action. So if your opponent declares an attack with their juiced up mech that has a pilot in it, you can actually, and they're attacking one of your units, you can actually, blast the pilot and then have like a good trade, possibly. That's maybe like one of the best case scenarios, but it's a fascinating card. Yeah, it's cool. Next up, we have another command card from Steel Requiem. This is a level 4 1 cost, Awakened Potential. Has burst, add to hand. Always love some burst effects. And it says, action, choose one rested enemy unit that is level 4 or lower. Return it to its owner's hand. Then, if there are 2 more cards with Awakened Potential in their card name in your trash, you may choose one friendly unit and it gains blocker during this turn. Now, this is only during action, not during main, which is pretty fascinating. So you bounce something that's attacking, and then you can give one of your dudes blocker for the turn. I think this card is also really interesting, and I like that they're adding more combat tricks into Gundam. I really like this kind of stuff. So yeah, give me more sweet command cards. I want to see some more powerful command cards from this game. We have some more coming up too that I think are really good as well. So I think this card's cool. And I think this is the kind of card that it's not a parasitic card mechanic-wise, but it does really want you to play a lot of Awakened Potential cards in your deck, which I also think is kind of interesting. But it's just kind of like a, bounce thing. It's level 4, but I think it's really interesting. Next up, we have another card from the Celestial Drive starter deck. This is the Gundam Kyrios. Level 3, or Kyrios? Kyrios? It's a level 3, I'm watching it in Japanese too, so that's one of those things where I'll get the names as we go. It's either Kyrios or Kyrios. Level 3, 2 cost unit. I believe this is the sniper one, right? This is a 2/3. That's a decent stat line. During your turn, while you have a CB pilot in play, this unit gets +2 AP, which is not bad. It makes it a 4/3. It makes it basically like a Rezel, right? It makes it a 4/3. That's a level 3, 2 cost. During our turn, it's only during our turn, and you have to have the CB pilot in play, but it doesn't have to be on this unit, which I think is really good. It also has a interesting double link with Hallelujah and Alleluia, CB, and a GN drive as well. Yeah, pretty interesting card for just being a starter deck common, actually. I'm not sure if this will end up seeing constructed play, but I could see some potential, like a linkable Rezel if the pilot's good. Potentially. Next up, we have the Hammurabi. This is a level 5 4 cost 5/3. This is a new Titans unit. It says, on attack, if you have 2 or more other Titans units in play, choose an enemy unit with 5 or less HP and rest it, which I think is actually like pretty good. It links with Yazan, Gable. I think it's a pretty sweet card. It's a more expensive mid-rangey card, but it has a good effect. And I actually think the Titans deck is it's almost there. I think you could base blue Titans deck. I think it's just needs some a little bit of better cards to kind of push it to be actually quite good. And I think this is a good direction. So I don't hate it. I think this card's pretty solid. I like that you don't actually have to have a pilot on this to get the effect. You just get it on attack if you have 2 or more other Titans units. So yeah, pretty cool card. Next up we have, hey look, it's Yazan. This guy's a Chungus. Level 4, 1 cost 1/2. On attack, choose one of your Titans unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit, and it gets 1 AP during this turn. That's alright, you get to pump up one of your dudes. I don't think this is a overly powerful pilot, but he's not super trash. Though I feel like if you're running Titans, he's not one of the ones you'll be running. I think there's some other good ones out there. Like former Asame and even some of the command ones. Next up we have Hallelujah Haptism. Level 3, 1 cost 1/1, burst, add to hand. This is one of the pilots. Well, it's the pilot of that the sniper mobile suit that we saw earlier. Once again, I'm pretty sure this is the sniper one. Anyway, during our turn, while you have a CB link unit in play, this unit can't receive battle damage from enemy units 3 or less AP. I love this effect, and I think this is super, super powerful for combating a lot of the annoying stuff in the Gundam card game right now. And personally, I mean, I don't find it annoying. I love playing card games, and I love experiencing a lot of different archetypes and a lot of different decks. But I know there's a growing sentiment about aggro and blockers, and I think this guy is good against both of them. Personally, I love mid-range decks. Those are my favorite kind of decks to play. Mid-range, and I do skew a little bit more towards control, but I like my aggro stuff, but I digress. I think this card's great because if you have a CB Link unit in play, you just kill all the all of the Rick DS and the Zawarts and the Lifrits and all of the Tutu jabronis. Like, this just murders all of them without taking any combat damage on the back end. So I think it's very strong, and it counts himself too, right? You just need a CB Link unit in play. He is a CB, and then you can even link him with the card that we saw earlier. So quite strong, and once again, I think a great sign for CB being a good archetype. We have multiple good pilots and some really strong units right off the bat. I think it's really directing you to be, green-purple, though. Whereas some of the other archetypes are a little bit more flexible. This one's like, you got your green pilot that's really strong. We have our purple pilot that's really strong. So, I like where this is going. Next up, we have a new Gundam Sandrock. So this is Gundam Sandrock Custom. This is another fascinating card. It's a pretty expensive one. It's a level 6 5 cost 5/4. And it says enemy units choose one of your rested Maganak core units as their attack target if possible when attacking. So this basically turns all of your Maganak units into like blockers, but it's like better blockers because they have to choose them before they can do anything else, whereas a blocker has to be, you have to do the rest thing to block it. This one's just like all your Maganaks are just get in front, just pile in. Cool effect. I think this is on the right track to making Maganak like a cool and like fun, good deck. Obviously links with Katra, and it's a G-Team unit, of course. Yeah, it's cool. Show me the Maganak decks, dude. I'm looking forward to it. We also have this card. This card is sweet. I really like this card as well. So this is a new level 1 cost command card. Is she the one who just like is like drinking on the job, drinking beer on the job? Is it? I think it might be. If it is, I like her. I like her a lot. Anyway, main look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You can reveal one CB unit or pilot from among them, and then add it to your hand. Return the remaining cards randomly to the bottom of your deck. So it is just a 1-drop. Look at the top 3, get a pilot or unit. Presumably, you're playing this in a deck that just has a crap load of that. Like 25 to 30 CB units, and then maybe like 8 to 12 pilots. I think this card's very good, and it's level 1. We saw this kind of stuff in set 1, but it had a much higher level. There's the Gundam Wing one the name that I forgot, but it's like level 5 that does something similar. Though I think it digs 5, this one only digs 3, but this is a level 1 card. This is super good. I want to see more like this. I like this direction for this design. Show me more. I want more cards like this in the Gundam card game. I want more turns that aren't just play a 2/2 jabroni pass, play a blocker pass. I want cool stuff like this. Great. And like, once again, the CB archetype, dude, it's looking really cool. All right, next up we have some Zaft cards. Level 5, 3 cost 3/4. While this unit has 5 or more AP, boo, it's the Zaft mechanic. It may choose an active enemy unit that's level 5 or lower as the attack target. It's a pretty good effect. Links with Isaac Jewel. Is this good enough? Is this enough to make Zaft playable? No, it is not. We need more Zaft stuff that we get 2 pumps. We need more Zaft 2 pumpers. We have some, but we need more. So show me more. That's my evaluation of this card. Next up, we have Gundam Virtue. This is another one from the starter deck, another one from 00. Level 5, 3 cost 5/4. And it links with Tieria. This is the Gundam. This is the big Gundam. Makes it look like he's got big cheeks. The first time I saw it, I'm like, bro, that Gundam design, that's the heckin' chunkus. Oh Lord, he coming, Gundam. I don't think this card's very good. It has a link with a specific pilot. If the stats are like, this is one that you will be like, you run it if you have to, but I really hope we don't have to. If it had just a generic like CB link, I think it could be more playable, but man, it's just like a specific pilot. And we actually don't know what the pilot is yet. And then the final card we're gonna talk about is, hey look, Orga. We actually have Orga on more cards. He's like such an important part of IBO, and didn't really get to see a lot of him in the first set that introduces IBO. We didn't really get to see a lot of Cadelia either. Give me more Cadelia cards. Anyway, or give me any Cadelia cards. She's on a couple like alternate art stuff. Anyway, this is a level 3 1-cost command card. Orga's order is usually to have Mikazuki cap someone in the forehead, but anyway, this is main if 1 to 4 enemy units are in play, destroy one or deploy 1 Gray's custom Tekkadan 2/2 unit token. If 5 or more are in play, deploy 1 Gundam Barbatos 4th form Tekkadan 4/4 token. So this is an interesting card. It is an underrate 2/2 at the base level. So it's a level 3 1-cost 2/2. Or if your opponent is just absolutely swarming the board, it's a really or overrate. It's a really overrated 2/2. It's an underrated 4/4, right? A 4/4 level 3 1-cost 4/4 is extremely strong. Is this card good though? I don't think so, but let me think of it a little more. So 1 to 4 enemy units are in play. This is a really good card for multiplayer. I'm gonna put it that way. This is a really good card for like a free-for-all multiplayer or for the 2v2 format, right? Because in a 2v2 format, it's a little bit more likely that your opponents are gonna have more dudes. And so it's more likely that they're gonna have 5 or more in play, and then you can get that Barbatos, that 4/4. So I think in a 1v1 format, I don't think this is very good. In any other format, like 2v2 multiplayer free-for-all, I think this is very good. So, yeah, I mean, I don't hate that, though. Like, I actually think that's a cool design, and I think it's a good space to be in, because I don't want every card to be, like, power crept. That doesn't lead to, like, good gameplay, or good metas, right? So I like this card. I don't think this is a competitive 1v1 viable card, but I think this is a cool card, and I like that it exists. And then once again, here's the Exia again, which I think is just super cool. So let's go back to me. Oh, hello, well, welcome back. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Yo, I am incredibly excited for that new starter deck, the Celestial Drive, the 00 starter deck. It looks so good, and there's so many like cool cards and cool interactions so far. My one hope is that I hope they're not like front-loading just the good cards and all the other cards suck, but if they keep up with this kind of cadence and quality, it's going to be a really, really good archetype, I think. So we need some good low drops. We already got 2 really good pilots. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the 00 archetype, the CB archetype, has in store. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Are you as high on the CB archetype as I am? Do you like Gundam 00? I guess for me, obviously, for both of these things. So, oh yeah, and you know what? At the end, hey, for all you Gundam fans, at the end, since I'm getting into 00, I'd like to build Gunpla kits as I'm watching a new show, not at the same time, but you know, in tandem. What is a really good 00 Gunpla kit? I like all of the styles. I tend to like Master Grade and High Grade a little bit more. Real Grade's pretty good, but I like the simplicity of the High Grade, and I love the big size of the Master Grade. So yeah, let me know what are the best 00 kits out there. All right. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.